People were always texting me going, is this true? Is that true? What I understood that Meltzer said was that even after the deal was done with Strikeforce, we couldn't bring the fighters into the UFC. We'd have to send, they could sign with other companies, but not us. Is that what Meltzer said?
From what I understand.
No, what he said was that there was a list of protected guys in Strikeforce.
Not true.
Even if they become free agents, while there's still a deal between Strikeforce and Showtime, vice versa, they cannot go over. So, for example,
So when I said Meltzer's out of his mind, is this and that, it wasn't. They didn't tell me exactly what he said. They were wrong in what he said. The reality is, and I've said this a million times, there's not a list of protected fighters, Rousey and this one and that one. The entire Strikeforce roster are Strikeforce fighters. Yeah.
What he said, though, was, let's say Rockhold becomes a free agent, while Zuko Stamos...
he'd have to re-sign. Right, he'd have to re-sign with Strikeforce, or go somewhere else. That is true.
Would allow that? Do you believe Showtime? I mean, what they're saying is that Showtime wouldn't allow that, right? That's what Screw's saying. As long as they're doing MMA, they would not be able to come over to the UFC.
Correct.
So that's correct.
That's true.
What is the length of this Showtime deal? It's been reported a few different.
I don't know how long it's left. We got like a year and a half left in that deal, something like that. A year and a half, I think.
So would you see, perhaps in a year and a half down the road, maybe that could be possibly time or deep enough in terms of women's MMA coming to the UFC?
Again, Ronda Rousey. I mean, Ronda Rousey, Misha Tate. You have a couple of girls out there, and there's probably more. I'm not as well versed on women's MMA as I am on, but until there's enough talent to create an entire division, you just have one-off fights.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Would you consider doing an all-female season of The Ultimate Fighter?
I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, I don't know.
The Bachelorette?
Anything is possible, but it's not even anything that's even crossed my mind. Not even close.
Dana, tell me a bit about Hector. I mean, he seems like a pretty serious guy, but he's always joking around with the fans and signing autographs and stuff like that.
Yeah. I mean, that's how all our guys are. But yeah, Hector Lombard is a guy, like I said before. He's on a 25-fight win streak. This guy's got power in both hands. All he does is move forward. It's going to be interesting to see. Again, his first fight ever in the UFC. And the UFC jitters, they're real. It really does happen to people. And he's the co-main event of this card. So it's going to be interesting to see. This guy comes out and wins by devastating knockout. Or if Bosch weathers his storm and pulls off another win like he did against Yushin Okami, it's fun, man. This is the stuff that I live for. It's exciting. This 185-pound division is getting really fun.
So there's no way that you were asked in the press conference this, but he came out and said, listen, if I had a shot at Anderson Silva, I'd want Mark Munoz first. And this was after he knew Munoz's loss. That's surprising to you?
If he wins on Saturday, he will not be fighting Mark Munoz. That's a fact.
I think Mark Munoz called him fighting tomato cans, and he was essentially recycling for the last 10 years.
Okay, that explains it.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Got it. Yeah, all right, that explains it.
But still.
Yeah.
But still.
They could settle that one later.
There was a report that you guys had signed Sergei Karatanov. Is there any truth
I saw
to that
on Twitter yesterday.
Yeah,
I have no idea.
No
I've been in Australia. Could have happened. Not that I'm aware of.
How about there's another rumor out there that Tim Sylvia, although not coming to the UFC, may be going to Strikeforce. I know that's not your deal, but do you have knowledge of that?
It's not
fight?
true either.
It's not true?
No.
Do you have any idea who that one-off fight might be for Cormier?
I don't know yet. We're working on it, though.
Do you know if you're going to be close to building a tennis record, building gate record on Saturday night?
I don't know. That's a good question. I mean, we are sold out, but I don't know.
I heard the number that's been kicked around is $4 million gate or somewhere thereabouts. And I can't think of anything else that would have been close to that in the building.
Cool. I hope so, because I like doing that. I like breaking records. That's what it's all about for me now. That's why I'm so bummed out. It's like everybody keeps talking about the pay-per-view numbers we did. They're great, but listen, we're a business. We're going to make money. Whatever. I like breaking records. That's what I'm into now. It's about breaking records for me. I want to keep tick, tick, tick.
Hey, Dana, Junior Dos Santos Cain Velasquez was a fight that was supposed to happen in Canada, and then I guess it got moved. Do you have any update on what happened?
Say that to me again?
Junior Dos Santos and Cain Velasquez was going to happen, not here, but in Toronto.
Right.
Not happening on that card anymore.
Yeah. There was an injury. there was an injury that's not being talked about. I can't remember what the hell happened. I was talking to Junior was with me in Australia.
Right.
And yeah, I don't know.
Injury to Junior? Or
Somebody. One of them had an injury. And just, yeah, one of them wasn't ready for the fight.
So you said you want to break records, and Chael Sonnen and Anderson Silva obviously got you excited. What potentially is the next matchup that's going to break a record?
Well, just talking about this again yesterday, you know, over the next several months, once we get through this summer, over the next several months, leading up to the end of the year, we got big fights. We're working on so much crazy shit right now. You know how I get all nutty and start telling you guys shit I'm not supposed to tell you, and I know you love to do that to me. But I'm not going to let you today. We're working on really, really exciting stuff that we're going to end the year. We're going to kill it at the end of this year. Some really fun stuff.
You've talked about Dallas, looking at something, getting in there. Speaking of big, is that one of the...
You got to have the right fight. You got to have the right fight to go to Dallas, and it's even still tough. I mean, boxing does the same thing. When you have such a big fight, let's say we're doing, some massive big fight that people all over the world want to see, like
John Jones and
last weekend.
Silva.
Right.
So you confirmed it.
We'll use that as an example. Okay. I mean, when you start looking at what you could do in Brazil, you know, in a soccer stadium. You look at Dallas, Texas Stadium. You can't count out Vegas. All the big fights are in Vegas for a reason. You know what I mean? And then you couldn't count out Toronto either. So it's tough. When you sit down and you start looking at big fights, there's so many places that you could do it.
You were just specifically a little while back, I think, actually mentioned Dallas or maybe Toronto. You know, at some point that you felt you had, you know, if things shaped up, that it was something that was looking realistic.
Right. We've got a few things. Okay. We've got a lot of good stuff coming up, man. I'm really pumped. I'm really excited. You know, launching Australia's Ultimate Fighter. We just did that huge deal down there with Foxtel. It's just we've got a lot of good stuff going on.
Did you come
now
straight
it's just
from Australia?
Yeah. Yep. Now it's just flying and hitting all these places and doing all the shit that I got to do over the next few months.
Chael's been teasing maybe going up to 205 as a kind of a next career path for him. What do you like that idea at all?
I haven't talked to Chael since the fight. You know, I've been running all over the place, but I think Chael has a lot of cool options right now.
Would you ever rule out a third fight between them? A lot of people are saying that, you know, people would still probably tune in with kind of the controversy and the way it went down. And
I never say never. I mean, anything's possible, but he beat him twice. It's tough to do a rubber match when the guy is 2-0 on you, you know?
So it's not a situation where you'd step in like Rich Franklin, like you did with Rich, and say, hey, maybe 205 since you're not getting a title shot anytime soon.
No. I don't know. I got to talk to him. He's got a lot of options. Let me tell you what. Fox loves this guy. You know? He's going to end up with a television deal.
You think he's still got fights left in him, though?
I do. Hell yeah, he does. He's the only one ever to challenge Anderson Silva.
What's the latest update on St. Pierre? He's going to fight in November. I mean, is he 100% healthy at this point? Or?
St. Pierre?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's healthy. He's training. He's training, and as far as I know, everything's good. Haven't heard anything negative out of that camp at all. Just all positive.
And the Montreal card is the date that you're hoping for?
Yeah.
Who's he going to fight?
He's fighting Condit. The guy with the belt.
Does the Bisping Stan fight coming up factor into your 185 plan right now?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bisping and Stan. Yep.
Cool.
Do you see like a Vitor Weidman in Brazil?
I'll let you guys know on Saturday. These guys are trying to wear me down.
We'll give it up eventually.
Yeah, because you know I'll slip and say something stupid. Anything else? I feel great. Yeah. I feel like $1 million. No, I didn't do the operation yet, but I feel good. Yeah. Thanks. Appreciate it.
Is that still the plan to get the operation? I know it's something.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the thing hit me a few weeks ago. But other than that, I've been great. It's been good. Just something I'm gonna have to deal with. You know. It is what it is, huh?
Like a vertigo? Or?
Yeah. It's like vertigo on steroids, man. It's brutal. Yeah. But I'm ignoring it. I don't care. We got so much good stuff going on. I've been good. I don't got time for that shit. Exactly. We good? Thank you, guys.
Thanks.